Hello, everyone. Did not realize we were here. Happy Monday. Welcome into News 10 Plus. I am Taylor Gattoni alongside Rachelle Legrand.
I thought we were on, but I wasn't sure. But I was like, well, no, I think
we were muted for a second, so no one knew what was happening. But we were trying to figure out. This background is not working right now. It was working before we came on.
But we don't need a background. We have the yellow and the red today.
Yeah,
so there we go. We're good. How are you?
It's a Monday. Let me tell you that.
It is. How was your Monday?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
So far.
So far
It's going pretty well. There's been a lot of heavy news, but then there's been, it's a pretty good looking day outside. So I've been talking to people about things I want to do in the community. I know that there's the lavender fields that Claudia was talking about not too long ago.
Yeah, we got a whole lot of color on the show today. I'll say that.
I was looking up the Eaton County Fair, which is going to be super fun. Yeah. I won't say too much. And then what else is going on? Oh, I still have to see The Little Mermaid. I think I might come with you to watch that.
Yeah?
To watch that.
Later on
this
week.
This whole morning and afternoon so far, I've been kind of planning, what do I want to do this week?
What do I want to do today? What do I want to do this week? A whole lot happening. And speaking of today, like you brought up, that beautiful lavender that we are going to be having on the show today. We have red, we've got yellow. Nicole's wearing red today, too.
Oh, she?
But we'll also have some purple as well. So Claudia is going to that farm in Weberville, which is at the beginning of their You Pick Festival. So she's going to be showing us all of that beautiful lavender, how you can pick some as well and bring it back to your home and whatnot. And another really cool thing you can do at the farm is take some beautiful portraits. Oh, yeah. It's always hard to get the family together and get that perfect family photo, but we're having a professional photographer come in studio today because when you're going on those summer vacations and you finally have all the family together, but how do you coordinate and get everyone to look the same way, wear the same color, smile, look at the right camera, make sure you're not blinking.
It's especially hard with the families who have the younger kids.
Yep.
One's crying and screaming. The other one wants to go pick the flowers. Yeah. The other one's looking at the butterflies on the ground and doesn't know where to look. And then you have the aggravated parents who are like, just smile for the picture.
I'm not a parent, but I remember back in the day, I was that child.
I was a
child. But we do have a photographer in studio today who's going to show us all about that and let you know how you can book him for your next summer photo shoot and portrait and whatnot. And then also, we're going to be talking about beeswax. So staying in that yellow mood, like I said, we have a lot of color on the show today. We've got some lavender. We're going to talk about beeswax and all the different benefits that you can use from that as soap, as candles, and all those different things. So Melinda from Beeswax Barn is actually just getting in, and she's setting up this wonderful display. So
I love learning about all the beeswax stuff. I know that throughout the past couple of years, people are trying to become more environmentally friendly. They're learning all of the great things that bees can do with different products and healing your body and this is better than using plastic because you can reuse it and it's not going to harm the environment. So many great things from bees.
So many things, and I'm excited because I always like using those natural remedies before I go to medication and different topicals and all that kind of stuff. But that's very exciting. And then, like you said, we are taking over the Eaton County Fair starting today, and then we'll be doing this literally every single day throughout the week. So today,
I want to show the Eaton County Fair real quick.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh my goodness! So that's where we were today at that Super
looks
Kick
so
Rodeo.
fun.
Look at this! Oh my goodness! So we're going to be talking all about how you can get a front row seat at that fair, what other different competitions are going to be there, and if you look in one of those shots, you'll see the entire stadium where you can get a front row seat behind them, and really just talking about the history of a lot of these things as well. So it's really, 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 really going to be exciting. And like I said, this is just day one.
I know, day one. I know it happened. It goes until Sunday or Sunday, right?
Up until Sunday, yep.
I was looking at the website. Looks super, super fun. All the different things that's happening. The pony rides, if we show it again. Let's take a look. That's always so fun. You think of fairs and festivals. This is one of the many things that you can look forward to. I know they had wagon or tractor pulls.
And can I tell you, all the fairs that I've gone, all the fairs that I've gone to back at home, I've only gone to rides. I didn't know 4-H was a big thing. I didn't know.
It's a very big thing.
I had never seen actually a rodeo and bull racing and whatnot.
We gotta check
at
it
a real
out.
Fair. Yeah, I think we should. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. It's
gonna be good.
Long. So we're gonna be telling you all about that, and we're really excited for it. And if you happen to miss any of it today, any of those previews, that's okay. You can just head on over to our YouTube, WILX Studio 10. You can click subscribe, and every time we post a video, you'll always see it right away. so you can learn more about all that fair fun that we're going to have.
Perfect. Thank you, Rachelle. And like Rachelle was saying, there are many ways you can stay connected. So as you can see on your screen, you have their website, their Instagram, and their email. And if we switch it over to right over here, head to their YouTube page. I actually was looking at one of their little show segments, stories from last week. Nicole was getting her makeup done, and you could see that, switching over to summer makeup, they make it all one nice layer. That way it's not caked on your face. And so they're trying out these different cream makeup. So we're talking cream blush, cream bronzer, highlighter, and ways you can put that on your face all nice and evenly, and how it'll be really nice for the summer months. But yeah, you can go check that out, as well as many of their other past stories on their YouTube page. Just look up at WILX Studio 10, hit that subscribe button, and you are good to go. But for now, we do want to bring it over to Justin Bradford, because beautiful looking temperatures in the skies today.
Yeah, pretty nice out there. A little hot for some, but it is July after all here in mid-Michigan, and we're entering the middle of the month. This is where we typically tend to see some of those hot days come and go, and that's exactly what we've got out here for us today. And lots of sunshine in the forecast too.
Yes, so make sure you're staying hydrated throughout the day. Like Justin was saying, it is very hot outside. Yeah,
it definitely is. You can see that over US 127 out there on our Meridian Company Skycam network, and that view's already got us up at 85 degrees, and so we are heating up already in a big way, and I think we'll continue to add a few more degrees before the day is done heading into this afternoon. So here's a look outside at yesterday's highs. These temperatures climbed into the lower 80s across the area, and you can see those here, 82 in Lansing, 81 in Jackson. But those were the highs that we saw on what was a very pleasant day on Sunday. But now numbers have already gone past that by several degrees. Marshall's at 88, and these numbers again will continue to rise over the next few hours. I think a lot of folks getting very close to 90 before the day is done. You can see the hot air bubble over the Great Lakes now. It's even in the upper 70s in Marquette, despite Lake Superior still trying to hold a chilly influence over far western portions of the Upper Peninsula. 80s all the way up to Glendive, Rapid City, Minneapolis, and even Green Bay up in 85, just like we are here at home. And so you can see temperatures hour by hour likely going to rise into those upper 80s. I do think between the hours we likely get to around 90 degrees before the day is done, but it's still very comfortable this evening. Through the sunset, we're still in the 80s, and then working our way through the 70s still by midnight. So it's a warm overnight. The hour-by-hour forecast kind of shows where our numbers go today, and then again falling back into the overnight period. But low temperatures are going to bottom out still in the 60s, and so that's pretty warm for the time of year. Again, mostly clear skies as well. Tomorrow there's a very small chance of a few pop-up afternoon showers and storms. You see those here late in the day. I think these will be few and far between. I've got us at about 86 for the high by mid-afternoon, and most of this activity that flares up would be along and off towards the east of U.S. Highway 127, and so that's where we could see the potential shower and thunderstorm activity. But most folks are going to stay dry, and if you're out west, you especially will. We go into Wednesday with more opportunities for showers. You see a few of those scattered variety ones coming in early, and we could have a stream of moisture come through, bringing us plenty of rainfall before the day is done. That's what some models are showing. Other computer models suggest we'll be a little drier, but either way, I think Wednesday likely the best opportunity for rainfall that we'll see this week moving forward. By the time the day is done, we could have a few more healthy rains moving through mid-Michigan. And so we'll look at the forecast here in the 3-day, showing again increased opportunities Tuesday, and then also Wednesday brings a better chance for rain. I think Wednesday also going to be the only day we don't get to 80 degrees, likely staying in those mid-70s with the rain falling. That's again going to be more healthy rain opportunity. Lows are going to be in the 60s though moving forward next several days here, and the 10-day forecast showcases that here. Lots of 80s as well as we get Thursday and beyond after the one-day Wednesday that doesn't quite make it there. Small opportunities for rain in the weekend, but after that we get a really good looking forecast headed out further into the end of the week. And so that's kind of what we're dealing with moving forward. Not a bad forecast for mid-July, and that's going to round us out here from the 10th now through the 19th by the very end that Wednesday. And so things look pretty good for the time being in that time period, but we've also got clear skies Thursday night, and so we wanted to kind of briefly talk about an opportunity for some folks perhaps to catch a glimpse of the northern lights. So KP index is really just showing the intensity of a solar storm for all intents and purposes here. We're going to be at about a 6, so between that 5 and 7 that you see on there running through the middle of the state. And that shows that you've got one of these stronger storms. And so right around here at home, we're going to be sort of right in between there. And so for the forecast Thursday, it's likely that these northern lights will be visible in parts of Michigan as it normally is the case, it's going to be better farther north. I think you get towards Alma, Mount Pleasant, and areas north, you have a better opportunity to see it than you do around here. And of course, you got to get outside of the city lights, outside of towns, out to where it's a lot quieter in order to see those. And so if you do want to catch an opportunity to see these northern lights, right now the forecast across most of the state is looking mostly clear for Thursday night. And so if you do plan on trying to see these and you're serious about it, might not be a bad idea to think about traveling a little further north in the state if you're able to do so. Certainly you get to the Upper Peninsula, you've got a good opportunity there. In fact, the wife and I are thinking about doing something similar ourselves for that time frame if we're able to see that. And so could be a good opportunity, especially coming in July where we have warmer temperatures around, because a lot of folks, we don't really get great opportunities in the summer most of the time, just due to the way of the nature that it is. The winter brings your best opportunities to see the auroras, and it's a lot more difficult to convince somebody to go out and stand in very cold weather for long periods of time to try to see those, when in the summertime it's a lot more comfortable. You can find more to do. And so this is a good opportunity, I think, for us to see those. But again, around here, as is normally the case, the best opportunity you're going to get a little further north, although I won't completely rule out the opportunity to see it here low on the northern horizon if we get clear skies Thursday night. So be on the lookout for that. We'll update throughout the week what we expect as far as this solar flare that's kind of thrown this our way. But in the meantime, should be pretty good weather, I think, going forward for most of this week, outside of those better rain chances that are really coming in on Wednesday. But we could still use the rain. We're still chasing a bit of that drought that we've been in for a long time here. We are making some ground up, though, and we're catching up, which is good. But, of course, we could still use some more water.
We could always use more rain, especially when it gets super hot like today, 90 degrees. Woo.
Yep.
Need to cool down.
It's a nice pool day out there today.
It is a nice pool day. You know, I went to the pool over this weekend. That is something I did, and it was very nice.
Near 90 this afternoon. Anyone who's watching this, maybe you've got a pool. If you're in an apartment, you got a backyard at home, you got a pool out there, not a bad day to be out there and take a dip.
Take a dip to cool down and drink some water to keep you hydrated.
Of course.
Well, if you ever want to stay up to date, download the First Alert weather app. You saw today is getting super hot. The next couple of days, you have those rain chances. And Thursday, if you want to see those northern lights, you want to pray for clear skies. So, Justin, First Alert weather app.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. And, of course, we always tout how we have all of these different features that are very user-friendly for you. We have, of course, the daily video updates that we update frequently. We've also got hour-by-hour forecasts, future and past radar, real-time traffic notifications, just all sorts of things that can help you sort of plan your day. And those videos are very helpful as well, because we update them several times so that you can get a more in-depth look. And it's absolutely free. Once again, in the App Store and Google Play, all you have to do, as you see here, search WILX weather. It'll come right up. I use it myself, of course, and it's very helpful whether you're here or if you're traveling elsewhere. And so it's a great thing to have in the palm of your hand.
Oh, I agree. Again, Justin says there's the Follow Me feature. And something I do want to mention about the Follow Me feature.
Yeah.
This was a user error on my part. I had the Follow Me, but I ended up changing it, because you can change it on there. Say, you know, I don't want to share where I live. Say I was going to East Lansing if I wanted to see what the forecast was like. I can type in East Lansing, even if I'm not in that location at the moment. If I'm going to be there, I can look ahead. So I put in, you know, East Lansing, and it's following me around. And I was looking outside going, you know, I'm in Lansing now, and it says on the app there's no rain, but I forgot that I changed it. So as soon as I changed it back over to Follow Me to Lansing, it was like rain, and I was like, there it is.
There you go.
I do want to let you know, if you are using the WILX weather app, they do a phenomenal job. I use it all the time. Me and Crystal always raving about how we wake up and go to bed looking at the app.
Sure.
Just to see how we prepare for the next day.
It's always good to do, right?
Yeah, but make sure you're using that correctly. Watch out for those little features.
Sure.
Because that could mess you up a bit if you're looking at the forecast.
It could, definitely. I know I've done that before, where my grandfather lives in the Traverse City area, and up there near the lake shore, it can be a little bit cooler depending on the time of year. So one time I was up there, and just happening to glance on a day I had off, it said I had come back, and it said the high was going to be like 65, and I was thinking, I thought we were getting to the 80s today. What happened? And then I realized it was still set for an area near Traverse City. So that's why it was cooler. But, you know, it can happen. Just make sure that you know what you're looking at as you're looking at it. I've done the same thing, so don't feel bad if you don't.
Oh yeah, so great app again. It is free off of Google Play and off the Apple App Store. You can also always comment. You can do comments if you have any feedback, if you just want to say hello, or if you have any questions for Justin, any of our meteorologists, or any of us up here as well. You can always do that. So I know one user was also saying that the rain was spotty for him. Just be mindful you're coming back to check on the forecast because, hey, the systems can change, and it's not just one system that you all track. It's multiple systems that sometimes kind of interfere with each other.
And we know how dynamic the atmosphere is, especially around mid-Michigan. There's lots of small changes, nuances that can change things drastically. We're always updating it. And so just be sure always to check back anytime for updates.
Anytime I'm walking the studio, I got to make sure I'm very quiet because they are always recording. So yes, download the WILX weather app. You can do that, any of the updates. We also want to update you what's coming up during First at 4 in our 90 minutes of news today, of course. So coming up during First at 4, the city of Jackson has a new deputy fire chief. So we're going to be speaking to him, Tim Gonzalez there, and also we're going to let you meet him a little bit and also talk about the projects that he's planning within the department. He spent 15 years with the City of Jackson Fire Department, and now, you know, he got a little promotion there.
Yeah.
Coming up, News 10 at 5, the matriarch of Frankenmuth Staple has passed away at 101 years old. So we take a look at Dorothy Zender and her impact on the Frankenmuth community. Frankenmuth is one of those great places in Michigan, too. So, I mean, her impact there definitely will leave a mark. Then News 10 at 5:30, how webcams in the NICU are helloing new parents bond with their babies virtually. That's very cute.
Yeah,
Get to talk with the babies. And then News 10 at 6, we're talking boating safety as summer is now in full swing. I know that there's kind of a dangerous little trend going around. And obviously with all the warm weather and the water, and some people get a little too, they're risk takers, right? And so they want to do it all, but you have to be careful because there's a lot of changing conditions on the water. You have a lot of boaters, other users, so.
I like to think that this isn't something I need to say for a lot of the folks who are watching this, but don't jump off a moving boat. I mean, it's just something that should be pretty obvious. I'm sure everyone watching this at home already knows that. That's been one of the big trends that's been going around. A couple people losing their lives doing that. Obviously very dangerous, not very wise.
You would not jump out of a car. Do not jump out of a boat. That's very dangerous.
Sure. So I'm sure that's not something I need to say, but you know, why not reiterate that point? Should be an obvious thing. Yeah. Hopefully anybody watching, or if you've got any family members, it's not smart to do.
Don't try to look cool. Yeah. It's not cool. It's very dangerous.
And also hitting the water at high rates of speed is not like jumping off a diving board into a pool. It's not good.
Gone water skiing, waterboarding, and you just fall. That in itself
doesn't feel very great.
No.
Yeah. So.
Well. Yeah, that's what we have coming up. That is News 10 at 6. So make sure, you know, again, don't jump off a boat that's moving, like Justin said. We shouldn't have to say that, yet here we are.
Right, yeah.
Yep, so make sure you're careful. We do also want to send it to our other reporters, Aaron and Deanna, in the field to see what they're working on for our evening newscasts.
Thanks, Taylor. I'm Erin Bowling, and I'm at Lansing Community College today to talk about the security breach they had a couple months ago. Now, recently, their investigation uncovered that names and social security numbers were made vulnerable. I'll have what students are saying about this and what they're offering to try and mitigate some of those damages on News 10 at 5.
This morning, it was announced that Larry Nasser, a convicted sexual predator, was stabbed multiple times in prison. We spoke with Judge Rosemary Aquilina, who sentenced Nasser up to 175 years in prison back in 2018, to hear her thoughts on the matter. I'm Deanna Giles, and I'll have more on reaction on News 10 at 6. Taylor, back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Aaron and Deanna, for sharing what you have coming up during our 90 minutes of news today. Definitely want to tune in. A lot of stuff happening. But until then, temperature is getting up to 90 degrees, like Justin was saying.
Yeah.
It is sunny. It is hot. Make sure you stay hydrated.
Yeah, got to. Stay cool out there, too, while you're at it.
Yes, stay cool out there. All right. Have a great rest of your Monday, and we'll see you soon.